This is the updated version of my pedal steering for the Nucanoe Frontier 12. As I showed in an earlier video, I'm still going to use the steering control arm that I have here, as well as the foot pedal brackets that I made. But I wanted a simpler design because in the older design, I had a double crisscross of the Dyneema control wires. And what I did on this was I fabricated a steering bar which attaches to the railings in the Nucanoe, allowing me to get rid of the double crossover of the lines and just use a single line. So with that being said, I'll get you a close-up on what I've done. This is the view looking forward from the trolling motor. You can see the two railings for the Nucanoe and a black bar spanning across both of those. That is the steering control bar, and you can see it has three fasteners that are connected to it, which I'll explain a little bit later in the video. Now you can see also two of the control lines going through the center eye bolt there, and those go from the control arm to each side of the foot pedals. So when you push on the right pedal, you turn right, and the left pedal, you turn left. And once those lines go through there, they're threaded underneath the seat on each side through a pad eye, and then they go through the pre-existing hole that's in the pedal steering right there, and you can also see that there's a bolt on the edge. And what I did with that was I made crimps into loops for the Dyneema line, which I then attached to the back of the pedal with that bolt. So this is the assembled steering bar prior to it being painted, and what I used was this aluminum 90-degree angle, which is 1/8 of an inch thick by 3/4 of an inch. And I went with angle iron because it's stiffer, so when you apply a little bit of force to the steering by pushing on the pedals, it won't deflect or bend. And this piece here I cut to 23¼ inches, which is roughly the size between the two tracks of the Nucanoe 12. And what I'm using to secure it to those tracks is some leftover slider track bolts, you can see there, and I'm using a 1/4 by 20 jam nut on either one to hold it in place. And in the center here I have this 1/4 by 20 eye bolt with jam nuts on either side, which I'm going to use to thread my control lines through. And the reason I use those is, which I've done on several other builds, is by threading it through an eye bolt at about the center between the two control arms, it gives you a better response in your turning radius. So in other words, you don't have to push as far with the pedals to get the desired turning radius. So that's the new version of my Nucanoe Frontier 12. If you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comments. Thank you.